Okay, this is kind of a follow-up to a follow-up. It's been an ongoing kind of back and forth for half a year now. I'm talking about the Uzaki-Chan Red Cross blood drive that was going on over in Japan. And basically, you have this manga character, Uzaki, call her Uzaki-Chan. I've never read the manga. Doesn't look like it's for me, but, people like it, which is fine with me, as long as, you're not telling me what I can't like. I don't care what you like. And I think that's how everybody should be, but, got the crazy Twitter Puritans. They don't like anything. And if they don't like it, you're not allowed to like it. And if you talk back to them, well, you're some kind of istophobe and you need to be homeless and have everything taken away from you. Short version, if Puritans, NPC, whatever you want to call them, if they don't like you, they want you to theoretically drive into Minecraft lava. That's the truth. They act like they're caring, loving people when really they're just pure garbage trash, and they're just the nastiest people that at least I've ever seen on the way they treat people and how they're just so quick to cancel people. People that have families and all kinds of stuff, they don't care. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that, and that makes me very happy. And the quicker society ignores these crazy people, the quicker it can get back to normal. Now, let me give you a quick rundown of the story. Basically, we had Uzaki-Chan here. Red Cross was going to use her for an event. They did, actually. You can see the poster right here. This is what they were using. She's kind of like, oh, come donate blood. And it worked. It was a very successful campaign. A lot of people showed up. It was kind of a record-breaking blood drive because, people love their waifus and their anime tatas. So everyone showed up. And it was very successful. But, of course, Puritans didn't like that. And Japan ended up bending the knee. After giving them the finger, they eventually bend the knee. And this is what they replaced it with. These weird, garage sale signs. They got rid of all of it. You can see a picture right here in the bottom right of some anime girls, but they were nowhere near as provocative as Uzaki-Chan was. And needless to say, a lot of people didn't really show up for this event. So when they did the second blood drive with these garage sale signs, it wasn't as effective. And a lot of people saw this as them bending the knee. As you can see right here, here's a better picture. You see how they're very small. They're like drawing arrows. They totally changed the campaign. And it wasn't as flashy. It wasn't as sexy. And it didn't work. And a lot of people, like that Unseen Japan guy, who's, of course, a Westerner that doesn't live in Japan but wants Japan to change its culture. I find that weird because doesn't that go against their whole colonialism thing? Like, they literally want to change Japan's culture and society, but then they always talk about colonialism. And I've always found that really hypocritical and strange, but that doesn't matter. They don't really seem to care. Now, one thing that I found funny about this second campaign and how it wasn't as successful as the first one, you can effectively blame crazy radical NPCs for maybe a loss of a life because there wasn't enough blood to transfer to someone that desperately needed it. So because of that, you can directly now blame them for loss of life, which I find absolutely hilarious. But here's the good news, and this is what I really like to see, and this is what made me happy. It's been announced that the Red Cross is bringing her back despite the outrage. So Uzaki-Chan will be brought back. Here's the breaking news. The Japanese Red Cross is bringing Uzaki-Chan back. Uzaki wants to play X-Blood donation collaboration campaign from February 1st to February 22nd. So the slogan continues on, Uzai cute, but Uzai. We will carry out the second part of a slapstick comedy with Uzakiwa Jr. Uzaki-Chan wants to play X-Blood donation collaboration campaign. And then campaign content at the blood donation room reception. You'll be offered to participate in the blood donation campaign, and a special clear file will be presented to those who donate 400 milliliter blood or component blood donation. Blood donation rooms in Tokyo, and so on and so on. So I think this is great. I love it. I love it when people give NPC the finger, because that's how you should deal with these people. If you just stop giving in to them, as long as you never apologize and you never bend the knee, Eventually, they'll go away because really, at the end of the day, the only power they have are tweets. They also have legacy media, which loves them, pushes them all the time, which is more of a different video. That's more about trying to change culture. But as long as legacy media continues to flutter out and we just start ignoring these NPC when they go crazy, eventually they'll go away. But unfortunately, at least in the West, companies listen to them constantly. They manage to cancel people. I just talked about what they were doing with Joe Rogan in the last video, which is absolutely hilarious because the dude is literally on the left, but that doesn't matter to them. But I'm very thankful that at least places like Japan are somewhat still giving them the finger. They've had some really kind of iffy moments lately. There's a really woke anime, super woke anime, got canceled really fast, which I thought was really hilarious. But nonetheless, there are some instances showing up. It seems like manga creators are starting to dabble with the NPC a little bit. Hopefully, it doesn't kick off. They don't really seem to be receptive of that stuff over there. So we'll see what happens. But either way, good on the Japanese Red Cross for stepping up and realizing that these idiots don't help anything. They just make things worse. And they're bringing back Uzaki-Chan. So it should be fun to see the salt flow. I'm sure people like that unseen Japan guy will be extremely butthurt about this. Because he wants to see people not have blood transfusions if needed. He'd rather see them not get one because he's mad about animated boobs. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll link this site in the description if you want to check this out for yourself. But like I said, I'm happy to see them step up and embrace the waifu because it worked last time. And if something works and it can help save lives, what's the problem? But of course, everything's about agenda. We can't have big-breasted women. Those are terrible, terrible things to these people. So anyway, that's it. Share the video. It would really help out. Also, let me know your thoughts on this with comments. Also, throw likes up. Those are very important for videos to move in the algorithm, so please consider leaving some. Also, subscribe if you're new. If you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed because that's still going on. People are still getting unsubscribed. And hit that notification bell. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.